Okay, Algebra 2 test review, what page are we on? 53. That is not a pencil. I'm totally not ready to start this, but I'm going to anyhow. Evaluate each expression when x equals 5. We've got 5/3 times 3 times 5 minus 6 minus the quantity 6 minus 4 times 5. So I'm going to go through and do this in parts because I don't want to make any mistakes. 15 minus 6. I have to do what's grouped up in parentheses. 4 times 5 is giving me 6 times 20 there. 5/3 of 9 minus 6 minus 20 is negative 14. So 5/3 of 9 in this problem, 5 divided by 30 times 9. You should have 15 plus 14. Your final answer on number 1 is 29. Number 2, we're still plugging in x equals 5. 3 times the quantity, 5 squared minus 4 plus 7 times the quantity, 5 minus 2. My x's were here and here. 3 times 25 minus 4, I'm following order of operations, plus 7 times 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 times 21 plus 21, 63 plus 21, you should have 84 for number 2. If you put it all in your calculator at once, you're taking a chance that you could be missing something, and I highly recommend you go through the process like I was here. Don't depend on your calculator for these because the expressions themselves are pretty lengthy. I'm going to do number 3. I'm going to move it over here. Hopefully I have room. Again, x is 5. So 5 minus 2 times 5 plus 3 times 5 minus 4 times 5 plus 5 times 5. 5 minus 10 plus 15. I'm following order of operations and going through and doing all my multiplication first. And then I'm actually going to reach for my calculator here. 5 minus 10 plus 15 minus 20 plus 25. Your final answer should be 15 on this one. In number 4 through 7, we switch gears. It's not evaluating, it's just simplifying, writing the equation in easier, this is why it's on a video, Gabe. Oh, you're famous. Now your name is in the video. Why did I know that your name was going to be in the video? So this is about simplifying. We're going to combine like terms. I've got a squared and a squared. That's going to simplify to a 2a squared plus a, and that's where we would end that one. It's totally recording, dude. Number 5, 2x plus 3y minus 5x plus 2y. All about combining like terms. 2x's minus 5x's, negative 3x. And then 3y's plus 2y plus 5y. Simplifying, we're going to combine like terms and maybe even distribute. Oh yeah, look what I'm saying, distribute. So number 6, we have to simplify 5 times the quantity a minus 5b minus 3 times the quantity a minus 5b. It's actually 2b. A minus 2b here. So I'm going to first distribute the 5 and the negative 3. And then I'll look to combine like terms. 5a minus 10b minus 3a plus 6b. Negative 3 times negative 2b is going to give me positive 6b. And then I go looking at my like terms again. 5a minus 3a is going to leave me with 2a. Negative 10b plus 6b is going to be minus 4b. Last but not least in the simplifying, number 7, we've got brackets, and that means that we've got embedded parentheses here. So I've got to go in and distribute this. I'm doing this pretty quickly, but you guys should just be reviewing your work at this point. If you're doing it for the first time, you're behind the 8 ball a little bit. Let's see here. Lots going on. I'm going to take my 3 in my brackets and leave them there. I got to come back. 2x minus 6. 2x minus 6 plus 2. Just a little distracted. That's okay, Gabe. How did we all know? Now, this 3 gets distributed through this entire set of stuff in brackets. So 6x minus 18 plus 6. And now over here, I'm just going to bring down my 5x minus 15. Then I got to start looking for like terms. Okay, I've got 11 x's. And I'm going to use my calculator, negative 18 plus 6 minus 15, 11x minus 27. So doing all the work, but then going to my calculator to collect up those integers. And then I'm moving on to number 8 through 12, and this is just a solving equations section. So solving for the variable 4y minus 6 equals 2y plus 8. I've given you guys some advice in regards to how to start these. There's always 4 ways. I like to try to deal with my variables first. And if I can avoid using negatives in my variables, I'm going to add 6, 2y equals 14, divide by 2, y is 7. Go back and check these answers on your problems on your test so you can be sure that you're getting them right. I'm going to be moving on. Plug your y back into that equation to see if it satisfies it. If not, you can rework it. Number 9, 3 times the quantity 2z plus 1 equals 35. Distributing gives me 6z plus 3 equals 35. So justifying that with the distributive property, I'm going to use the subtraction property of addition, take 3 away. 6z equals 32. I'm going to use the division property and divide by 6. Z is equal to, does that go, what is it, 5 1/3? Yep, that makes sense. 5.3 repeat. You could write it, if you're going to write it as a decimal, make sure your repetend is there. We mentioned that yesterday in class. Somebody brought it up in terms of, you know, are we going to get marked down if we write fractions as decimals, not if you represent them correctly. Number 10, 5 times 3w minus 2, minus 7 on the outside. So I'm going to distribute that 5, and then I'm going to probably gather up some like terms. 15w minus 10, then I've got minus 7. I'm still simplifying. 15w minus 17. Now I'm in the point where I'm ready to start undoing. I'm going to add 17. 15w equals 40. Divide by 15. 8/3. 5 goes into 48 times 5. I think it's 8/3, which would be 2 2/3 or 2.6 repeating. Yep. Number 11. T minus 2 times the quantity 3 minus 2t equals 2t plus 9. I have to distribute. Be careful with these, especially when you've got a negative value here. I've got to distribute negative 2. T minus 6 plus 4t equals 2t plus 9. I'm not undoing yet because I have like terms to put together. 5t minus 6 equals 2t plus 9. Right here you have 4 choices how to start. I think some of you are already anticipating how I'm going to begin these to avoid negatives. I'm going to add 6 to both sides. It's going to give me 15. I think in the end my t is going to be 5. 3t equals 15. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. T is 5. Number 11. Moving on to 12. I'm writing on the back of it. You can see my video. 5 times s minus 12 minus 24 equals 3 times s plus 2. Whew. Distribute 5s minus 60 minus 24 equals 3s plus 6. 5s, I'm combining like terms before I start undoing. Minus 84 equals 3s plus 6. Now everything as simple as possible on either side. I'm going to start my undoing process. Taking away 3 s's, 2s minus 84 equals 6. I'm going to add 84 to both sides. 2s equals 90. Divide by 2, s is going to be 45. Added 84, then divided by 2. All right, number 13. There's a couple of these There's a couple of these literal equation solving problems on your test. I said lateral because number 13 is about the formula for the lateral or up-down surface area of a cylinder, where you have to solve for, I believe it was section 1.2 that we did this in. So as you review your work tonight, make sure you go back into your guided notes on your work, and like in this one it says solve for R. So we've got to look at everything that's going on around the R, and this entire problem is all multiplication. 2 times pi times R times H. So I'm just going to undo everything around R by dividing by the 2 pi and the H. So R remains on the left-hand side. These all divide out. I would just express this answer as R equals 2 pi times H. I believe that was section 1.2. You definitely want to go back and take a look at those because I know it's been a while since we've talked about solving these literal equations. Number 14, Brianna and her sister Molly want to buy the same model bike. Brianna needs $73 more before she can afford the bike. Molly needs $65 more. If they combine their money, they will have just enough to buy one bicycle that they could share. What's the cost of the bike? Well, if each of them have these different amounts that they need, I think it's just going to be put together what they have to see how much it is. 73 and 65. If they've got that much together, or they need that much more, then the bike has got to be at least $138. If they need that much more, then the bike has got to be at least $138. Number 15, this problem has to do with how many freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors are in the school musical. There's 1 freshman, 6 sophomores, 11 juniors. The question is, how many seniors are there? And we know that the seniors comprise 1/3 of the whole cast. So if we know how much we have here, let's see, 1 and 6, this is 18, correct? If 1/3 of the cast is seniors, then this part must represent 2/3 of the class. What number goes into 18 twice? 9. So because this is 2/3 of the cast, I asked you what number goes into 18 twice. You said 9. That's because I believe that if I could break this down into thirds, this is 2/3. 1/3 of 18 is 9. I'm sorry, split this 18 into another part. I think we have 9 seniors for a total of 27 cast members altogether. 1/3 of the cast are seniors. How many seniors are in the musical? Seniors would be 9, but I just want to check it. Is 9 out of 27 a third? So I'm kind of using proportional thinking. If the seniors are a third and these were the other 2/3, I broke it down in that way to get to my answer of 9. I'm gonna